Let's start with the training, okay? You guys have got all the student booklet, which is the participant booklet. Let's open the content page and then we'll just go through that what we are covering up for this training. So we'll go through it, what you must know, which wires and terminals that are not allowed to remain must be replaced, where to source information about tools and components, constructional characteristics of terminals and connectors, implications of using wrong components and equipment, tools and maintenance and storage procedures. Okay? So what skills you need to cover up all this training? What you must be able to do, select appropriate tools or correct tools for each applications, remove different types of terminals from connectors, replace different types of terminals, example insulated terminal for connector with secondary locking, etc. Splice two cables using insulated moisture-proof butt connector. Splice twisted pair cables, which is the data links. Use equipment without causing damage to equipment, component, vehicle or person, and maintain equipment in accordance with instructions. Alright? Any questions regarding this? All good?
Yep, all good.
Alright. Who knows all about this one? Which we have done in the 10-minute skill training, is it? And which you have covered up. So what is basically this about?
Putting the FH to sleep.
Slave mode. Before you do what?
Doing electrical work or anything.
Removing any connectors, ECUs, input and output modules. So this is only basically for TE2 plus or FH4 or new version 4 trucks, okay? Before you disconnect the batteries, normally there's no isolation switches on the new FH4 and FH4. So what we have to, before you disconnect the negative cable, you have to put it in the sleep mode. That's a real important thing on the new trucks. So you have to carry on with your sleep mode procedure, which is pulling the keys off, hit the hazard switch for 5 seconds and hold it, and then wait for 30 seconds till you see the park LED lights going off from the dash and from the switch as well. You have to wait for 30 seconds until you have disconnected the negative cable. Okay, don't do quickly. It will take 30 seconds, and by the time you come out from the cab and disconnect the negative cable. This is the other way. But on the old version 2 trucks, you can isolate the battery and remove the negative cable. On the Max, the same procedure. You disconnect it. You have isolated switches, and same with the UD as well. You just disconnect it. There's no slave mode function. It's only for new FH4s and FM4s, version 4 trucks. The reason behind it?
So,
Anyone can answer?
so you don't cause any damage to the computer or the ECUs on the truck?
Yeah. Even if the keys are off, the ECUs or input and output modules will keep on trying to transmit the data all the time. Okay, so make sure you don't disturb or make a bit of breaking when the key is on. Or it's better to put on a slave mode where the ECU stops working and then you can disconnect your negative cables. What are the other safety features we have to follow when you're doing any repairs in the electrical thing? Any idea, Ian?
Don't work on active circuits,
Don't work on active circuits.
no jewelry.
No jewelry, yeah. No rings on your fingers, because if you have a gold ring, then that's a really good conductor. Yeah. So make sure you are aware about that. Any other things?
If you put it in sleep mode, obviously the park brakes are going to come off, so you ensure that the wheels are chopped.
Yeah, wheels are chopped. Yep, definitely. Yeah. Anything related to electrical side? I think we have covered up everything, is it?
Yeah.
Good. So make sure you have that bit of practice of putting the truck in sleep mode if it's a new FH4, isolate the batteries, pull the negative terminal off from the battery, and then you can proceed to your disconnection and connection of any electrical event. Alright, how will you find the information to repair the wires, pins, connectors? What is impact?
Yeah.
Or impact is the best way to get the information for any work done on the trucks, okay? Doesn't be bothered if it's a UD, Mac and Volvo, but wiring repairs, if you go on an impact on group 37, it's same, okay? So it's on group 37 or group 3, which is electrical, so you hit that. If you have a chassis ID, that's perfect. If not, you know the model, you can select the model number, and then you can go on 37, which is 37, is a cable repair, and it gives all the listing of the tools as for the pins, connectors, and it tells you which the part number of the pins and what part number of the tool you have to use it to disconnect the pin from the connector. Okay, you have to use the correct tool, otherwise you will damage the plug. So you have to put a new plug on it, and then you will damage the pins in here. So make sure you have to use the correct tools. If you use the correct tools, it tells the procedure how to pull it out as well. It gives you proper information on the impact of it. You can take a print out of it as well. Okay? So make sure you go on group 37. We can have a practice bit after, like this, how to go on impact. I have 2 computers. You can go on that one. Okay? Any questions, Chinma? Everyone has the user ID, everyone has a. Did I give?
Yeah, you don't mind.
Yeah, it's working, is it?
Yeah, only on impact.
Tech tool is your next step.
Yeah.
So you get a tech tool training anyhow.
Yeah.
Are you also working as well, user ID?
I haven't tried it.
Try it. Impact, it's working.
Yeah,
Maybe you-
I used
George reset it, is it? Password? George?
Yeah.
Alright, this is just a slideshow and I'll have few connectors same look alike. So what is this connector? Any idea with the picture? Ian or anyone? Vehicle ECU. Where is the vehicle ECU on all classes is underneath the main fuse and relay center board, which is this one. Fuse which sits on the top there. You have this mount that one, and it's just underneath the vehicle ECU, it's just underneath the LCM. That's a very, very critical plug, which normally you don't repair it or replace it unless it's really damaged the plug for some reason. You can still get the pins and the plugs for it. You don't have to change the whole room. It's a really big 1000 wiring harness inlaid on all over the cab. So if you damage by mistake any pins or plug, if the plugs is damaged, you have to put new plugs. No ifs and buts. But you can still change the pins as well. Okay? I'll show you how to do it. There's a video for it. I can go through the video and show you how to. What I will do, I'll show all the slides first and then we'll run the video one by one. It's better. So don't have to shut down the presentation. So that's the vehicle ECU on the screen. That's the PA, PB and PC connectors with 3 connectors on it. There's a procedure how to disconnect or remove the pin from the plug, okay? We'll show you on the practical. That's the video, we'll run it afterwards. What type of plug is this?
What DIN plug is it?
Yeah, DIN plug or a wrong connector plug as well. It's a connector. It's normally a moisture-proof DIN connector, we call it, because normally we put a seals at the back of the wires so that no water can go inside and corrode the pins and everything. Mostly it's used on the chassis, on the truck mostly, so it's more like prone to get a moisture on it, so you have to put a moisture-proof seals to protect the water to go inside the pins. It could be 4 pin, it could be 7 pin, depends upon how many connectors or how many pins you want, okay? Well, there's a video for it, we'll go through that one as well. interface, or what do you call it, 2 firewalls on the old classic truck. I think we have in Mac as well, same type of connectors, or they call it MFMC. It's a bit different plug, is it? Pins are different as well.
It's like a Deutsch, yeah.
Deutsch connectors, yeah, it's not a Deutsch connectors. Okay. This is basically of a Volvo old classic trucks with the 2 firewalls on each end, and there's a different plugs on each end. If any damage, you can still change the pins and the plugs. Okay, you don't have to change the harness. So it's a repairable item. Okay, you can get a pin as for the part number. You can get the plug as well. So it's, if you get damaged by mistake or a big overload of current or something and fried all the wires, you can change the wires and pins in them. Okay. Show a video. Who can say me what is this? Relay? A relay block. Maybe you want to install a relay block for any other thing, a spotlight or a bull bar light or anything else. Mostly you have a bit of slotted positions on the top as soon as you pull the fuse and relay center, which you can get like a battery power feed into it, a switch input from it, and a ground control. So you can put a relay block anywhere which have empty slots anywhere for any purpose, any functions which you want to add on the truck. You can get the pins for that. You can get a separate plug for that, and you can buy the relay anyhow. Okay. Have a video on that. Any ideas about this one, George?
Oh, it's a child
So you have a connector for what? Lights? ABS? Lights. No, it's different. It's ABS. So lights looks the same as well. Depends upon what you have. I have one. So it will be like this. So depends upon what type of wires you have. Okay. This is the ABS or EBS. Okay. So you can still change the pins. This one. A bit of earth cables or power cables, doesn't matter. You can crimp it properly with a proper tool. There's a few different types of tools, like Ian has a hydraulic one, hydraulic plus you have a manual one. There's one I will show a video which is a ratchet one, which is good as well. We don't have ratchet ones, so we can have a couple of more practice how to do the crimping of the lugs on the big ground cables and power cables. Okay? What is this? A jointer. Okay? We're not allowed to solder in our trucks, so we could normally put a jointer, the crimp jointer. You can buy in different sizes, depends upon what size of your wire is it. Okay? What sizes we get in, like 0.75 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil. What is it?
Yeah, mine just a 3 or 4 mil.
3 mil, 4 mil. Yeah. So different sizes you can go up as well. Alright. I'll show you the video first, and then we'll finish off. Then we'll have a bit of practice.